What's good, peeps?
We are Kay and Ida.
And we're back with another video.
Our 1 year anniversary is coming up.
Yes, just around that corner.
And we thought we'll do a video basically talking about what we've learned over the past year. So we each got 5 points. I haven't seen what his points are. He hasn't seen what my points are. So they might interchange and cross over.
Me and Aida have been living together for a year. And this is the first time we've actually lived together, stayed under the same roof pretty much every single day with each other.
Yeah, and we've been together for 9 years, if you didn't already know. So we've had like 8 years prior, and then this 1 year has been a roller coaster. Hey!
Roller coasters are good, don't forget. They have high moments and they have low moments.
I avoid.
They have moments to just go woo.
Look guys, am I the only one that when we go to like the theme parks that just holds everyone's bags and coats because they hate roller coasters? Because I just want to, let me know in the comment section down below if you're like me. The first thing I've learned, that one of you has to be disciplined at some point in time. What I mean by this is, say if we are going to record a video, or say if we have something to do, like to plan, and if one of us wants to sleep in a bit longer, the other one has to make sure that the other one's awake, do you get what I'm saying? Or if we're gonna eat junk food, I mean, sometimes we fall off, but one person might be like, oh, I feel like some chips or some burgers today. Then the other person be like, no, let's cook something a bit better. You know, we're not the best at that example, but I feel like it's good to have at one point, one or the other pushes the other person.
True that. Yeah. We need to really work on our diet though.
Yeah, that bit is lacking. I mean, everything else is alright, but when it comes to food, Kay just be hitting it like, oh man, this is how you do it. You're like, oh, I feel like, no, I'm not gonna say it. No, it's bad. I'll be like, what? What are you trying to say? It's like, nah, man, it's alright. You know, chips.
Yeah, you know, let's make some homemade chips. You know, if you guys ever had homemade chips, I don't know what Aida does, but she makes them super good, and then she puts this chip seasoning on top. Oh, dead to die for, literally.
And we're basically killing ourselves eating it.
That's what I meant, innit? Even though you're pretty much together all the time, you need quality time. We're together pretty much throughout the whole day. This is one thing for me. Initially, I thought, we're together all the time. Why do we really need quality time? We're having time together. Me not realizing this is not quality time. Quality time is a time where we're not working, doing our own individual things. It's actually us together doing something. It may be watching a movie, taking a walk, going out and all sorts, having that quality time, because you two need to be in an environment where you can get to know each other more.
A title slightly changes things, but not much has changed. And what I mean by this is, we were boyfriend and girlfriend for the longest. Now that we're husband and wife, now the title has changed. Not much has changed within our relationship, though I do think you feel a bit more of a responsibility. Like, you're like, okay, if I want to slack, like I said, we work from home. So if I'm like, no, I don't want to do this today, but it's kind of like, nah, but I've got a husband, like I have to make sure that I'm doing what I gotta do so that we are good, that kind of thing. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, when it comes to other stuff, like when moving out or
like that,
like hospital stuff, and like, who do you put last? Do you put your partner, or do you still put your parents?
That's what I need to talk about actually, because it's weird because you're so used to putting your parent as like your emergency contact, but now it's like, oh wait, I've got to put my husband.
Yeah.
And I might still put my parents on it.
No, because I think,
I've got to put my husband.
On being honest, I think we both still have that little thing of where if we put our emergency contact, it's usually one of our parents. So it's usually one of her parents. Is usually just my mum. So it's like, yeah, cool, simple as. But as I grow and I do more stuff, I'm like, okay, no, put my wife.
It's that transition of realizing, okay, I have my family, but now this is my family, and I got to kind of switch from being so dependent on them and focus over here.
I have to say, teamwork is necessary. Oh, boy.
Teamwork!
You don't know how many things, that got done quickly because of our teamwork.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, personally for myself, personally for her, for us together, like, the teamwork is necessary, man. Always try to look out and help your partner. Aida's one of those people who doesn't really ask for help or anything, but sometimes you can see that she needs it. Or sometimes she doesn't. Just say, oh, you know what? If you thought about it like this, that, give them like some advice or a little tip of what you saw or you missed out. Because there now, it's like you're a team in it, and you want your team to win and to be the best it can be. So you do whatever you can or point out whatever you need to make it better. So that team can always win.
Things that they do will annoy you more than you expected, but also on the flip side, the nicer things that they do, you appreciate more. It might just be living together or marriage, just the whole thing in general. Everything is just heightened. So when you do something like burp, I'd be like, oh my God. Inside I'm like, why is this guy always burping? Why is he always doing it? But then when you do things like take my dishes or whatever, then I appreciate it more as well.
You just have to accept your partner for who they are.
It's hard.
If it's not detrimental to your relationship, it's no type of abuse towards you, no harm, no anything, but just them doing what their body naturally is meant to do, it's not a problem.
If you heard the way that Kate burps, it's not natural. Okay?
It's natural. If it wasn't natural, I wouldn't be able to do it.
That's why your mum's telling you need to start drinking different things. Because your burps are mad.
From this whole experience, I feel like I have to be the one who's more homely, in a sense where taking care of the house, making sure it's clean, doing little things to make sure everything's in place and it doesn't go crazy. Because living in a house for a year with Ida, with my mom and my sister, I've realized Ida's more like my sister when it comes to that thing. Like, you focus on what you need to do, and the only time you ever do something is when someone says so.
Can I say something? I just feel like I need to say something. Once we establish, okay, Saturday is cleaning day, I'm the one that's been saying, okay, we need to clean today. It's not you saying, oh, Ida, we need to clean today. It's me that's reminding you, Saturday is cleaning day.
To be fair, she may have done that once or twice. But realize we've been together for a year, and you doing that once or twice does not accumulate to all the times that I have to tell you, and I have to make sure the house is on point.
Listen.
No, you have to let me speak, because I never say this. I never really go in, but this is what I have to do. Like, the little things, and I've always understood this, no one really sees it. But I'm the one who manages the bins. I'm the one who manages all the stuff being put up or cleaned in the kitchen. I'm the one who has to make sure all these different things are in place. I have to be the one who say, okay, fine, Saturday is the day for this and this and that. And I have to, without me setting the foundation, nothing will get done.
That's what men do, set foundations. That's what husbands do.
To be fair, I thought that was meant to, like where I was raised, my mum, my auntie, they were the ones who enforced it, my elders. But me going in a relationship, I think maybe because they've done that and it's become second nature to me, I kind of took control of that. I have to just say, okay, Aida, you do that, sister, you do that, and it's all done.
I'm not even going to say anything.
Okay, cool.
My next one, that was such a lovely point from you, so nice.
It's honest.
Okay, so coming off what you just said, chores cease to exist. What I mean by this is, at the beginning we said, okay, you're going to sweep the room up. I'm going to do this. This, like we had like what each person's going to do. Then you realize this person isn't doing this, and maybe even vice versa. And then it becomes a thing where, all right, that's not their strong point. That's not what they are used to doing, or that's not what they see when they walk into a room. So maybe I'll do this, or maybe I prefer if we both change to beddings together rather than it just be on me. So you can have chores set out at the beginning, but don't expect it to be that person is going to do that all the time.
Throughout this whole journey, this whole year, we've realized our strengths and weaknesses when it comes to the house, personalities, when it comes to what we do in our career, how we can benefit and support each other in the areas that we're weak at, but then the other person's stronger. So that is a beautiful balance, because now we're starting to get to a place where we can move like a proper, what's it called? Oiled machine.
Yeah,
like
a
well-oiled
machine.
Yeah, well-oiled machine. So it just, so we can just bang, bang, bang. We haven't reached that level yet, but I can see little bits of steps of us just having that emerge.
It's slowly, like we're understanding bits and pieces, but eventually we're going to have it down and we'll know exactly. My last point is that time is going to go by very quickly. Before you know it, it's dinner time. Before you know it, the whole week's gone by. Before you know it, the whole year's gone by. Whenever we do our love check, if you guys don't really follow our podcast page, our channel, then do that. But it's always hard to think, okay, what happened during the week? Because all my days have merged into one. And I think it's because before, when we weren't living together, I would see you maybe once or twice a week. So I would be able to pinpoint, okay, I saw you that day. I remember what happened around that time period. But now, because we're seeing each other every day and our routine on a daily basis is more or less the same. So it's kind of like every day just becomes into one giant thing.
Yeah. When I said in the beginning, quality time, we need quality time together. Now, I've realized you need personal time, just me time, just her time, because you need to do stuff that your partner's not really keen on. And the best example I can give you is like watching TV shows. So there's certain TV shows or online shows or stuff that you want to watch that your partner's not keen on watching. Have that time for yourself to watch it and do it. If you're into games, play your video games. If you're onto like having a walk by yourself and you need that time by yourself, use that. Because I find that even though in your relationship you're building and you're both getting to know each other, and being in a relationship helps you to know yourself better, sometimes you just need that time to be alone, to just think by yourself.
I just want to throw this out there because I know that this is a new channel, so not many people know about our history, I guess. But like I mentioned, we have this thing called the love check. So what we do is we talk about our relationship. So say if something that Kay has done during the week annoyed me or made me feel some kind of way, then I'll bring that up at the end of the week. Or if anything good happened, then I was like, yeah, I really liked when this happened. Then you bring that up. So it's a way to start the week fresh each time. So definitely I would suggest implementing something where you don't start holding grudges and you just let everything out and then reflect on that and then move forward.
Yeah.
If you could sum up this year in one word, what would it be?
Growth.
That is literally the word I was going to say.
Oh wow. Oh, wow. See, we like this.
Growth.
Like this.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have been married for a year or living with your partner for a year or just together with someone for a year, let us know what you've learned during that year down below, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace. Later. Say.
Boop.
Now pronounce your legally husband and wife.